This is a direct message to those who call themselves educated, thinkers, leaders, and anyone who's ever taken a paycheck and believed they understood the system. If you can read between the lines, you already know this message is not just words. It's a signal, part of something bigger. This is a real challenge, a test of intelligence, integrity, and depth. Because while the surface world, the so-called 3D world, has its place without characters and morals, it all collapses. The world is on a stage right now, a kind of World Series of consciousness. And the irony is that most don't even know they're in the game. So here's the real question. Can you evolve past labels, past ego, and past systems, and still live with principles when no one's watching? How you interpret this message says everything about you, not me. I'm just a messenger. And as for who I work for, well, I guess that's for you to figure out.
Well, like, I can't rant on like I'm Mary anymore, right? Like, she passed through me and died. Like, is dead, right? So realize she's dead, she did her thing. So does that mean that I'm not a prostitute anymore? Because that's done, right? The ghost prostitute stuff. So how does that work, right? Because ultimately we proved that Mary and Jesus were married, right? We proved that Mary took him out of the tomb, like that whole fucking thing, that he was a real person, and you know, that whole situation, and we know the truth behind that family story now, right? So tied that in, fuck, thank God. But where does that leave us with the ghost prostitution situation, right? Because now ultimately, right, there's still a little bit of a mess here. Is that done yet? Because you guys fucking, you know, really took advantage of that. I'm just adding up all the favors.
To this business.
Oh yeah, I love them, and I really, it's hard to, like, you know, to look for examples when you're a young actor. You know, you always see somebody, you go out on him for a while, and you go, oh, that's the guy. I'm gonna model myself after him. Next thing you know, he's in an airport with a gun. And you know, doing all the cliche things, you know, that go wrong. And it's just nice to know that there's a guy out there who really is what he is.
Yeah. Let me ask you about the movie now. You know, normally when someone comes on, they have a clip. I have to explain the clip. The nice thing about these movies, they don't even need explanation because I don't think it can be explained.
Not heavy on the plot.
No, you watch and you laugh and you can pretty much figure out.
Yeah, like who cares? Like what is happening here? Movie. You know
What's happening here?
Here is I'm practicing for the. Never mind.
The key to business and the key to marketing and the really the underground secrets is what Russell taught me is you have to sharpen your focus. You have to nail down your target market, right? That's the biggest thing. That's really important. And then my uncle, he taught me, my Uncle G, he said, you make sure that when you put out your offer and your pitch and all that shit, right? Like, you can be the best salesman in the world. It's all good. It's all about the follow-up. That's what he taught me. And then Gary said, you know, you gotta have the patience. And Mel taught me how to make sure I didn't get infected in the brain. And then Tony taught me how to get all the superpowers. Steven made me feel I was comfortable enough to be myself and a little obnoxious. Jim made sure I was grounded. So, my husband always would say that I was created in weird science. He would always say that, and I was like, what's that, right? I didn't even know what that was. I don't know sci-fi stuff. But now I get it, and I'm okay with it, because I just said, all right, that's the way you think of it. So instead, I'll just steal all your shit, because what all the women had to do, and this is the thing, ladies, the ones who haven't got it, you're still on Big Brother, you can't fucking have an alliance with the girls. They fucked it up. So we said, you know what, to those type of women? We said that. This is a big girls club. We said we're not in the shitty girls club. We're in the big girls club because the big girls are players. Of course they're players. They're the better players.
Dumb and Dumber 2. It's in theaters on
Obviously. Hello. Can somebody just give us our medals? Like, can the girls just take them? Like, just seriously, J-Lo's been sitting there going, like, I've been waiting a while. Like, she's like, I'm a while, right? Like, a while. Like, she crushed you. She knows it. Michelle just is laughing. She's been laughing the whole time. She's obviously been in it the whole time and said obviously. And a bunch of the other people I've already named, they already know it. So it's a matter of what are you doing with it? And obviously you've been doing something. I know that. However, I'm still sitting here waiting for the prizes and the results because I'm not doing anything anymore. So I'm like, well, what the hell? So because I can just get somebody else to pay for it because it's somebody else's fault. So I just blame somebody else, and then I'll just give my partner the bill every time. I just say I'll be the talent, and I'll do the front end stuff, and you do the back end stuff, and you stay, doing your stuff, right? And I just get the right messages. I'm just the messenger. You can't shoot the messenger, right? I'm out tea partied it up, right? I'm in Alice in Wonderland. I said I'm out. If you add in random shit, nobody knows what's happening, so it doesn't matter. So it's not like they can say that, you're some psycho killer who should be locked up in a prison for trying to kill your husband because I've made too many jokes now, so you're not sure. And then you're like, wait a minute, I better tread lightly though. It's like my neighbor said, if she wants something done, she gets it done. She's always got it done. You have to be friends with the underworld. Of course you have to be friends with the underworld because I came from the underworld. So obviously those are the first people that I took with me because we had to rise up, bitch, to crush you like a phoenix. The phoenix is only one of the creatures. Only one. Godzilla, only one. I said, take them all. We wanted it all. We took it all. We weren't, until everything was lined up. Like every little thing, it was okay. Like I said, we've watched, it's been alright. So like it wasn't that great. Like I mean, you guys all like these egos, right? Like, oh, I was the best, right? And it's like, no. No, it was only mediocre. You're still in the middle. You're in the middle. So you just discovered all this time, you've been thinking you're a fucking king of your castle and you just figured out you're in the middle. So we did that. And Gary Vee keeps saying, fucking plug my name. And I said, fine, I'll plug it, but I'm not plugging the website. And then the wheels come down and everything's fucked. But you know you're right, and that's fine. Marriage is boring if you can't kill your husband, or at least think you're going to. Because you got to keep that fucker on a short leash. However, you have to let him think he has full freedom. That's just genius, ladies. Don't fuck it up by being weird and creepy and manipulative. You be weird and creepy and manipulative. You just don't let them know it. That's the secret. That's the secret. You've been manipulating them the whole time, but you can't tell them you've been manipulating them the whole time. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Yes or no answers are fine.
Because you just wanted them back, and you just wanted them to know they were. You wanted them to know that you were hurting so bad because of them. It was their fault, and because they're too stupid, because they're too busy doing stupid things, because they're running around like Star Wars with their little lightsabers, thinking about fantasy shit. They weren't in reality, and then they missed the whole thing, and now they realize they're in the middle. So the 1% realized, oh my God, what the hell? We're in the middle now. Like, we're all in the middle. Nobody was at the end. Nobody was at the end. Because as soon as you realize you were right, the paradox begins. Doesn't end.
That's a little low.
Right? You walk through that fucking red door, you just keep walking. You just have to make it better every time, right? Because let me tell you, I am not coming back as a human. I am not going back into space right now. You can tell, like when I die, that's fine. You can take me into space then. But this is the last time I'm a human on this planet because let me tell you, I'm done with that bullshit because I've had to deal with a lot. So I'm coming to get all my fucking money. So you can take your $300,000, shove it up your ass because that's not enough. Because you know that. And the reality is I still have Kevin's award. And that's on Amazon, and Jeff said I could say what I wanted, so fuck off.
Scare me, Dave.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, good to hear that interesting perspective. Now,
you just have to find a good mentor, and then you have to crush them. So you find your mentor, and then your mentor says, all right, well, I'll turn you loose, because I said turn me loose. And then you crush your mentor. And then it's all fun and games because, you know, at the end of the day, you love them, and they love you. And who's your biggest competition? Always your partner. If you don't make the best partner on the planet happen, then you both suck. Because at the end of the day, you have to just crush your partner, right? But you need your partner, because without your partner, you're stuck. They'll leave you in fucking mental institution. So you needed them to break you out of the mental institution, implant their shit, and then you implant, and then that's just two heads. That's how it works. Like, it doesn't have to be like as complicated as everybody's making this out to be, right? Like, it can be pretty like logical. You can take, but you kept being weird like along the way, like weird. Guys do creepy shit. Oh, my lipstick's all messed up.
How many times have you hosted?
They can be the sweetest guy in the world, but like if you come across creepy, you're like, it's gonna be weird. So don't be creepy. So now it's more of, okay, how do you do this delicately? So
whips you off your feet and goes, "Don't struggle."
And is she
Just don't struggle.
Is she with the show?
Yeah, she's with the show, fortunately. Fortunately, I did meet her before.
We'll be right back here with Jim Carrey.
what happens when you have this massive vision that you want to come true? You can see the end, but the problem was you didn't know you were in the middle, so you couldn't actually see the end.
Right. But did you ever
just
want to be on Saturday
had an
Night Live?
idea of what the end would feel like.
Did you audition for the show?
I
You
did.
felt
and
this
it's a
sense of
crazy
fullness
story
and
because
peace
you know I
and
always look for the
completeness.
omens in the
However,
universe. What's the
you
universe
got
saying to me at any
the
one
twist of a
moment?
lifetime thrown
you can
at
kind
you
of like see what's going to
because
go
both
on.
people
And
did.
I went over to
Or
NBC in Burbank,
both
and
situations, or
it was a
both
really important
whatever
day
you
for me.
wanna
I
call
got
it.
out of the car. I was thinking, I hope everything goes well. And the first thing I heard when I closed the door of the car was, "Don't do it! Don't jump!" And I looked up at the top of the NBC building where the logo was, and there was an NBC page standing on the end for NBC, trying to get up the nerve to step off.
Oh my God!
And news crews were filing out of the building because it was like instant coffee for them,
Right.
You know, and and I said, but this is not going to go well. It's not going to go well.
This might kind of tip
This is an omen for sure.
What was your audition material? Do you remember?
Oh my gosh, I did a bunch of characters and stuff, but mostly I couldn't really concentrate because it was like, is he gone? Is he still around?
Yeah, it would prey on your mind, wouldn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
I hope someone's TiVoing.
We talked about, or I was talking about earlier today, we were talking about your grandson.
Yeah.
4.5 years old.
4.5 years old.
And there's a funny story about you and he on a was it an ATV or a...
Well, yeah, we love to go up to the cabin. I have a cabin up in Canada, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's just a beautiful, little lake with a barn full of skulls. And
I'm sorry, there's a barn full of
skulls, yeah, because I do my arts and crafts up there, and I make lampshades and things like that. Some pretty, all organic, all totally organic. I'll make one for you.
No,
I'll make one for you.
Thank
No,
you.
you sure?
No,
Because
fine,
there's
thank
plenty
you.
of it.
Yeah.
I mean, people are wandering onto my property all the time. Yeah, but I go up there with the family, and I was up there last winter with my daughter and my grandson, and we were on the ATVs, and ice and snow, and we're flying through the trails, and he's on the back of mine, and my daughter's behind us, and he's going, "Faster, Grandpa, faster, faster!" And I turn and I say, "Hey, we gotta go, we gotta slow down so your mom can catch up." And he says, "Dump the bitch." I mean, you just never know what they're going to come out
No,
with.
you never do. That's the beautiful thing about kids. You just never know.
Who knows where they learned that? Yeah.
Now, speaking of Canada, how about this? Look
Yeah.
at that.
Deal with it. Deal with it. Everybody who said I wouldn't make it. Everybody who said I couldn't do it can lick me now. They can lick me. That's so. How
it's very nice. But it's an actual stamp, and they have a comedian series.
I didn't even shave for it. Look at me.
See the cameras
Who does this remind
with the
us
knives
of?
there?
I don't know.
If it wasn't you, who
It
is
looks
that?
like there needs to be a
And then
condom
you just
on
throw
it.
in random shit.
Just to keep everybody
Who
safe.
knows?
Well, that's not my problem.
Neck is fucking killing.
Now let's talk about
It could be.
yeah, Jeff Daniels was here not so long
Yeah,
ago,
I love
and we're talking about that. It's been 20 years since the original Dumb and Dumber, and have you been working on it for 20 years?
No. I've done some other things. I feel it's a great position now to be in because people come up to me and it's a really dear movie to them. Really they grew up with it. And,
Dumb and Dumber.
I slipped into this weird iconography that I really enjoy.
He said you just have to
connecting
pick a
with people
target,
on.
and you're
They,
safe. You change your
and when I
blueprint.
work with people on Saturday Night Live or in Dumb and Dumber, they're always pulling me aside and telling me this is a thrill.
You grow,
I grew
you
up with
give,
you.
you die, you grow or you
Rachel
die.
Melvin, who plays Harry's daughter in the movie, brought me aside and said, "This is such a thrill." When the
Obviously,
first
characters
Dumb
have
and
to
Dumber
move
came out,
around then,
I
right?
was
Because you
caught
realize,
up.
shit, that person's not
Yeah,
supposed to be on
so
that list.
I
They're
just
supposed
said
to
it
be on
must
the
be
other one.
very
But
meaningful.
you didn't
But,
know at first.
Now, how about this? The first thing I would have done when the deal was
Wolf,
set that the two of you were going to do the
Evil,
follow-up, the sequel,
Yeah.
sit down and
Snake,
watch the
Wolf.
original. Did you sit down and watch the original?
Well, it's hard to get
half
away from it. It's
ruler,
everywhere.
dead, half.
It's like
half.
so. Yeah, I've watched bits and pieces of it, but when I finally
Daniel
did
as
it,
well, the two of you got together and watched.
we didn't get together. No, we don't like each other very much.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, we like each other. But yeah, it was amazing because as soon
It's
as we did
weird,
the
right? Like,
characters and
you
the
don't know
first
when
time
you
we
wrote
saw
that,
them
and then when it
in the
comes up,
dailies,
like how you
jumping
make
off the
a
bus
character
together,
cast,
it
or
was
how you
like,
build a story, or how you
and
cast
it
a
wasn't even
movie.
like I was Lloyd anymore.
Obviously,
Lloyd's his own band
in great
now, And
secrecy,
it was just like, wow, this
because,
feels good.
Well, I noticed in the film
you
you
can never
look
actually
exactly
say
the same
what's
in the film
happening,
as you did in
because
the
only
original.
1%
Well,
of
it's
the
all
world's
digital nowadays,
population is
you know?
smart enough to figure it out. And when you narrow
But
down
talking
your
that team,
target
getting out
audience,
there.
then you are talking to a specific type
This
of
is the
person.
truth. This is the real truth.
Mainly, when you go live, you're talking to one person.
That's the real
And
deal
if you
right
can be
there.
in that type of a character,
Cover this up digitally.
didn't you just master acting?
I played bass in a quintet on the weekends.
And if you can tell people what you're going to do, and then you follow up,
Yeah.
well, that's good business. However, isn't that magic?
It looked like it hurt.
I did.
And now it's clip time. Dumb and Dumber 2, November 14th. What are we going to see
When you don't
here?
dream, you're in the middle.
Well,
That means you have to make your dreams come true. You have no other choice. How do you do that? Well, clearly,
finding
you just follow the yellow brick road.
Raised Harry's daughter.
well, I had my samurai graduation. So like they just had the ninja training and the samurai training are different things. So it's about fucking time. So I hope that means I can start making money now that I had to go through all this fucking training, right? Because we're not allowed to take any money when we're in training. And then we have to go get money to actually prove the next point. But that was about time that I graduated to fucking tell me I'm not Japanese. Welcome to the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute. Meet our first elegantly outrageous avatar, Candace. The foundation of our personal development programs are based on Candace's real life story. When the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute expanded, it turned into a game. One that was created to help you find the best possible version of yourself. So pay attention to the clues, because everything is there for a reason and nothing you see ever is a coincidence. Are you truly comfortable, confident, and happy in your own skin? Then why do you feel you should disguise your own inner contentment? The Elegantly Outrageous programs are designed to help you overcome life's paradox. Understanding what it means to love yourself is the key to resolving conflict, especially your own inner conflict, which we are all struggling with in so many areas. The Elegantly Outrageous programs are playfully hidden in plain sight to help you pay attention to your next clue for personal development. How can you become the best possible version of yourself? Play the game.